Sometimes we are extravagant, spending more than we might have. Mary did not take a few drops of perfume or a small bottle, but a pound of pure nard. Nard was a fragrant, amber-colored oil that came from a distant land, the Himalayas, perhaps. And Judas complains that this is wasteful. That was worth a lot of money, 300 denarii, that could have been used to give money or to serve the poor, which of course we know Judas is just wanting it for the common purse because he's stealing from the common purse. But Mary gave generously, sacrificially, and extravagantly of herself, of this gift. And there have been Christians throughout history that have exhibited for us what it means to give extravagantly, sacrificially. We would not be standing here today if it was not for those early apostles, Paul, Peter, John, all of those who gave extensively of their time and their effort and even their very lives so that the gospel could be spread throughout the world. Throughout Christian history, there have been others who have been martyrs. Justin Martyr, Polycarp of Smyrna. I'm sure you've all heard of Polycarp, right? Martin Luther, who dared to nail those theses on the door of Wittenberg against the Catholic Church as a monk, being extravagant and giving of himself to a cause. Desmond Tutu, an Anglican bishop who fought for justice against apartheid and then later worked to bring victims and offenders together to bring about reconciliation. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a German Lutheran pastor who risked his life and went to prison to fight against the Third Reich and Nazi Germany. Oscar Romero, a bishop in South America who was killed while presiding over communion because he stood for justice for the poor in his country. All of these and many more gave extravagant love. Chris just reminded us that this sanctuary and this organ came about 40 years ago because some generous, extravagant people gave time and effort and money so that there might be a church for generations to come. I recall Miss Lellen Smith in a church where I served, who told me the story of her husband, whose nickname was Rabbit, and I never heard that story, and how he came home one night from a building committee meeting and said, back in the 60s or late 50s, when the church had outgrown their size, we're going to build a new church. The building committee has made a decision, and we're going to build a new sanctuary. And we have decided that if we cannot raise the funds, members of the building committee will take out personal loans to make this sanctuary happen. Talk about generous, sacrificial, extravagant giving. These are the saints that have built the church and given their lives that the gospel of Jesus Christ may continue to be fruitful and spread throughout the world.